Welcome back to the Shameless
Plug
podcast.
Woo! We haven't done one of these in a good while.
Last time was before Christmas, so
It's now March.
it's March.
Merry St. Patrick's Day.
That wasn't it?
Shut up.
That was 2 days ago.
Merry late St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
That was 2 days ago.
Shut
yes,
your
so
mouth.
You shut your mouth. I hate you.
I hate you too.
Welcome back.
Shut up.
Well, at least I'm glad the feeling is mutual.
Yeah. So, some things have happened in recent times
Well,
here at well, not at the GCI, but
No.
at our Flushing High School.
Yes.
And we're here to talk about that today.
The Vape Nation got cracked down on.
Are you doing all right
You
over
all
there?
right?
No.
Okay.
What?
Well, anyway,
Shut up.
Like I
Okay.
said, the Vape Nation got cracked down on at Flushing High School.
Yep.
yep.
How many people was it?
I heard that there was like 62 who were either suspected and
62 suspected. Not that many people actually got suspended. Like,
no.
Yeah, I think
there
8
was,
people.
There was like 8 people who were
Yeah.
suspended. But yeah, vapes have become an issue in our school as of late.
Yes. I've seen so many memes where it's like our principal. It's like
Melon check and 3 security guards.
yes,
Or finding vapes.
Kevin Foltz. I hate
And his Nemo.
Why you gotta hate on Kevin Foltz, though?
He's terrible.
When Mr. Foltz, whenever he walked into a classroom, it's like, all right, someone's about to get yoinked. Someone's about to get suspended. Someone's about to get caught.
That's when, you know, your inner child just kind of goes, ooh.
I know, because he came into our 6th hour in physics, and he stood in the doorway, and he slowly looked over everybody.
Oh,
Because he was
creepy.
looking for somebody.
I've heard he's been going into the boys' bathroom and like just whipping open the stalls.
Yeet!
Just, I thought you were going to say just whipping the children. Whoa.
Imagine
You
that.
vaping in there?
At one point, did it become socially not acceptable to ooh at people if they get called down to the office? I mean, like, when did we stop doing that? When did we stop doing that?
Probably after.
Probably
Yeah.
middle school.
Which was
Yeah.
stupid because middle school's the best time.
Middle school's the
No.
best time to do it.
Honestly, I like to think of school as a chart where at elementary school there's lots of oohing and SpongeBob quotes.
Yes.
And then middle school it drops tremendously, and then high school we're back to quoting SpongeBob and just being total idiots.
yeah.
You know, middle school is like, I'm almost an adult, I'm 13, I'm smart, and then we're out here being 17, 18-year-olds being like, ooh, you got called down to the office.
That's
Uh-oh.
actually really accurate.
It is. College is just, you're back to being a toddler.
Welcome
but
to college.
A toddler
Get
with
drunk
mental
and get in
breakdowns.
debt.
A toddler with mental breakdowns and who can use the bathroom.
Welcome
Yeah.
to college. Get drunk and get in debt, my friend.
Heck yeah.
That's the American dream.
That's the American way right there. Get drunk, get in debt, and die.
Yes. That's all there is to life.
And
in
invade
America.
foreign countries that
If-
have oil.
If immigrants end up watching this is
Get
where it's
out.
at. No.
Oh. We're on very different wavelengths here at the Shameless Plug podcast.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, they get the real American experience here.
Yeah.
We talk about the real deal here.
I just want to know if there were an immigrant watching
do.
this, how?
How?
How would they do that?
Because
They probably stumble. It'd be YouTube algorithms being all whacked out.
YouTube's weird, man.
Yeah, it'd probably be in the recommended.
Where we upload our videos,
Do
YouTube.
you remember the YouTube rewind for this past year?
Oh, you mean
That's
the worst
hot.
rewind ever of all
Yeah,
time?
exactly.
Frickin' Will
Absolute
Smith.
garbage.
I never watched it.
Good.
Be
It's the
thankful
most
that you've never watched
disliked
it.
video ever of all time.
People went back and took off their dislike of Justin Bieber's baby.
That's
just
how.
so it
See,
could
this
be-
is the cool thing about the internet. If we all hate something enough, we'll go to drastic measures to make sure everyone hates it. Is that bad?
That
Maybe.
is a community right
That's
there.
that's how community works.
People say, "Be
that's
careful."
how mafia works.
People
Evan
always.
Sayers
you
is a
know.
part of a mafia.
Confirmed. What's good, guys?
Yeah. That's, you know, when you're little, your parents are always saying, be careful of the strangers on the internet. You
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
what's going to happen. Honestly, they're some of the best friends that you can make.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really though.
Because you can be weird, and they'll be like, all right, and they won't call the cops because they don't know
Yeah.
where you live. Unless you tell them, which is a dumb idea.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Skip that part.
Yeah. Just fake names and chat rooms, and you're good.
Yeet.
I wrote that.
Yeet.
For all you parents out there wondering what yeet means,
Why? Okay, no.
it is distance that you throw something. It is the noise
Yeah.
you make when you throw something for distance.
Can I just point out how we've totally veered off of what we originally were going to talk about?
I
I mean, isn't that what normally happens here?
Yeah, but it took us a lot less time to do it.
We've been going for like 5, almost 6 minutes.
See, we usually stay on topic for 5 minutes, and then we eventually veer off. We veered off like 3 minutes ago.
Oh,
We're a little out of practice.
yeah.
We haven't done
like,
this in a while.
I haven't done this in like 3 months, so.
That is true.
I haven't done it since Hipster Santa was being brought up.
Hipster Santa, gender neutral Santa,
Hoverboard Santa.
hoverboard Santa.
What's hoverboard Santa?
We went over this.
Did
Right?
we?
You were here the last podcast. That's what we talked about.
I don't remember that.
Oh my god.
I really don't.
Wasn't it just like
Well, it looks like
They're
someone.
like-
No, she has to go back and watch it on
I'm not
the
gonna do that.
Shameless Plug Podcast YouTube channel.
I'm not gonna do
Subscribe.
that. No.
throwing in a shameless plug right there?
The podcast. We plugging ourselves. Look at that.
The prophecy.
The prophecy. It all comes full circle.
Anyway,
What do we do now?
Shortest.
you wanted to get
Shortest
back on
podcast.
topic. Yeah, 5-minute podcast.
Nope. That's it.
That's it. We're done.
We're done. Just kidding. No, we're not. Oh,
No.
hey, look.
What's
It's dark. Nothing dark out there.
The light got turned off just so people who
Nice
are
and dark
listening to
out
this
there.
later don't think we're doing this outside.
Evan.
Evan.
What?
What?
Okay.
What?
Well,
What?
Kristen, you wanted to talk about you had the idea of talking about your crazy customer stories the other day. So why don't you?
Tell us about the Karens.
Oh God. Okay.
And
so,
all the people who've come into Buongiorno's Pizza.
I mean,
Shut up.
I really hope my boss does not ever watch this. But anyway.
Please. Do
It's
fish drown?
That's probably a
Yes.
good thing.
Do fish drown? Yes or
That
no?
is
Answer the
exactly-
question.
Anyway, just let her speak.
Do fish drown?
I don't know. Just let her
I
speak.
think the answer is no, but I'm not sure.
It depends on what they're drowning in.
Drowning?
I think.
Yeah.
You mean drowning?
See, I think drowning. That's with water. If you take a fish out of water, they're just suffocating. They're not drowning.
Yeah.
But why
But
would
I
he
mean,
ask
if you
if they drowned?
but if you throw them in like a heavy gas, technically they're drowning in heavy gas because the
True.
gas is settling at the bottom.
Yeah,
and
but
the
I don't
fish is
think-
at the
I don't
bottom,
think
and
that's
they're
what he was
drowning
going
in
for,
air.
though.
I don't think Kristen's boss is that forward thinking enough to actually bring up that scenario in his mind.
Look,
I don't work.
you
I don't-
asked me what you thought.
No, I
and
did
I am
not.
giving you my. I'm giving you my.
I don't
opinion.
remember asking you what you thought.
You asked, "Do fish drown?" and I gave you an answer.
It wasn't supposed to be answered.
What was that more of like a?
Rhetorical.
Yeah.
It's more of a question that you're.
Well,
not,
you got an answer.
Yeah.
Now tell us about customers. Tell us about.
Okay. So I think the first one that I think I ever experienced where it was kind of like, oh, customers are whack sometimes.
Whack.
Whack.
So I think it was like one of my first morning shifts, and we have subs, and we have this thing where it's like get a 6-inch sub and then chips and pop, and it's like a certain price. I don't even remember it now, but I charged him for those things all separately, and the dude just looked at the total and went, "Did you guys raise your prices?" And I said, no. And he was like, "That's way too expensive. Way too expensive." He just like got so enraged. He was like throwing his hands up in the air. Like he could not believe it. And then I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like I don't know what to tell you." And I just gave him the card thing that we're supposed to give him. And I was like, "Have a nice day." He was like, "Yeah."
Were you
I
not
will
supposed?
have a
Were
nice
you not
day.
supposed to put
Thank
them all
you.
separate, or was it all supposed to be
It
together?
was supposed to be that like combo thing,
was
but
like a
I did the
deal?
math later. It was only like I think 70 cents different.
That's 70 cents too much, Kristen.
That's.
like-
I'm enraged.
It's just I think about that sometimes. I'm like,
Kristen's
In
like going like
the dead
in her,
of night.
like in the middle of the night. She just wakes up.
Wake up
starts
at 3
thinking
in the
about it.
morning.
Yep.
That man had a 70-cent difference. What have I done?
He's
You know what?
probably homeless now.
I remember for creative writing, we were supposed to make a website, like a blog, and I made one about customers.
Is it dog?
Are you gonna read
it-
off of that?
Yeah, I can do that. I don't even really remember.
Quick, Kristen, shamelessly plug your blog in the Shameless Plug podcast.
I don't even think I've posted on this since.
Doesn't
last
matter. Plug it in anyway.
Year.
While Kristen types
Well,
on this keyboard.
Uh,
What's
how-
up, Anna? How are you
honestly,
doing?
don't even
I'm
remember
alright.
the URL.
Well, you sit over
I'm
there.
gonna figure it out.
Okay, you sit over there and do your stuff. You do the things.
Pizza.
Wow.
Bonjour knows. They
Bonjournos?
sponsored my baseball team one time.
They did?
I
Yeah.
didn't know you played
When
baseball.
was that?
Way back when I was a youngster
Just a youngling.
and I sucked at baseball.
Were you the kid that they put way out in the field?
Probably.
Yeah.
Your silence afterwards.
But they eventually moved me to the infield.
I get the
I
feeling
got- I
you
was-
would sit out in the back and play with dirt castles.
Dude, you don't understand. That's what I did in soccer. I hated soccer. Soccer sucks. Soccer's not even a sport. If you like soccer, you're gay. All right,
No.
Kristen,
Evan,
go
no.
ahead.
No, Evan. God,
All right, Kristen's
you're
done
gonna make
typing.
me swear on this podcast
Again, like you did last time?
Yeah. I don't remember this website.
Oh
No,
my.
that's
You
unfortunate.
don't
Did
even
I
remember
say
your
it?
own
See,
I
website.
don't, because I haven't been on it in like forever. I haven't updated it.
See, I never played sports, but like if we had to do it in gym, I remember being on like playing soccer, and I was the kid that would like half-heartedly, like I was pretending to be in the game, but I really wasn't. You know, like I'd follow the ball through the field, but I wouldn't get close enough to be in the action. And I remember why. I remember my life-changing moment. Why I didn't play sports.
What was that moment, Anna?
My life-changing moment.
I was sometime in elementary school, and they had the soccer field out. They had the balls and the jerseys, and I got there early enough to where I could play in the team. I was actually gonna try and be active for once. Well, didn't go too well because I was open, and the kid. Now this kid was very, very sports.
I thought you were about to
he
say
was
they're
very-
fat.
I was gonna say sportistic.
I
but
thought
that's
you were
not
about to
a
say
word.
they were fat.
Oh no, he was actually the fastest kid. His name was David Harris.
David Harris, if you're watching this,
Go you.
go you.
Go you.
All right.
Fastest kid in Nellie Reed Elementary. You go, buddy. So he was, fast, so everyone obviously gave him the ball. And he was kind of being surrounded, and he saw that I was open and
Oh,
didn't
no.
have anyone around me.
Oh no, Anna.
So now I was paying attention, kind of.
Did he
Kinda.
nail?
I got-
What did he do? Let me guess. He nailed you in the face.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he passed it to me. He screamed, "Anna, go!" and kicked it to me. I went, "What?" And I turned my head and
What?
it smacked me
What?
straight in the face.
Oof.
And I remember sitting there,
Anna.
and it took me a few minutes because I just kind of sat there for a bit. And I remember afterwards, it was the weirdest thing. Like, something got screwed up because I could smell, like, taco meat cooking.
What?
What?
Like, I could smell it, like, physically
You
smell it.
think you
And I
mean-
could taste, like, blueberries. Like, blueberry pancakes.
How
And
does-
I remember
what?
sitting there afterwards. I got smacked
Did you
in
get
the
a
face.
concussion?
Probably.
Sounds like it.
It hit me really hard. And I remember standing there. I kicked, like, after the ball fell.
After the
After
fatal
the bell
blow.
fell.
After the fatal blow.
After I got hit in the head. I remember I'm like, okay, and I just kicked the ball and stood in place for like a good 5 seconds staring into nothing. And I'm like, I think I'm done with sports.
I think
And I took
don't
off my
wanna-
jersey, I handed it to the next person, I'm like, I'm gonna go sit in the gravel for a bit. Maybe see if the swings are open. And then I haven't played sports unless I was
See-
forced to since.
The only sports I played were in gym class, and I remember we were playing dodgeball once, and some dude just threw the dodgeball right directly in my face, and my glasses broke, and I thought my
Oh
nose
no.
broke.
Do you-
and
Not the glasses.
Do you remember back
I'm gonna
in
break your glasses.
Uh-oh. I feel threatened.
Do you remember back in
Is this a story about me?
No, well you were there.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, good. It's not about me.
Do
Then
you
can tell it.
remember back in 7th grade, back in gym class, the last time that we had gym together?
Mhm.
We
The
were
only time.
the only time that we had gym together. I think it was like a badminton or a volleyball game, and it was me and Noah Betts, and then you and Antonio on different teams.
Mhm.
And I remember now, I don't know if you know him, but Noah's kind of a more heavyset guy. I mean, he's not fat, but he's built.
Yeah.
He's built.
Mm.
So he and I were on a team, and the ball comes sailing over the net, and I go to dive for it. And, you're supposed to yell, "I got it," so you avoid this tragedy.
Did you yell?
No.
Oh,
He didn't
there's-
either.
There's
So
your
we
problem.
both ran for it, and, this is
Noah.
back in middle school, so I'm already a small person.
Yeah.
I was even smaller then.
Mm-hmm.
So here comes Noah, around, 130, 150 pounds, and this tiny little 90-pound child comes running for the ball at the same time.
no.
We collide with each other, and I go skyrocketing across the other half of the gym. Do you remember this? I remember everyone afterwards just kind of stopped and let the ball just dropped. And they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm on the floor.
I thought you died.
Yeah.
I thought I was like, well, Anna's dead.
Yeah, you remember that, don't you?
R.I.P.
Now I do.
Yeah, you remember we dove for it at the same time. And I just kind of did
I think
I
it was.
bounced.
Yeah, she bounced. I almost cursed. I stopped myself. You see that?
Ooh, good job.
Look at that censorship.
Wow.
I'm not Kristen. I don't curse on the Shameless Plug podcast. Hey.
Kristen!
Look, now Anna has to edit
Now I
in the
have
clown
to edit
horn
it
sound
out.
effect.
Not again! What have you done?
This episode of the Shameless Plug podcast is sponsored by Clown Horn.
Is this a PG-13 podcast now?
No, it was supposed to be PG.
Well,
And you keep
too late.
cursing.
What have you
At
done?
least
Like,
it wasn't
what
as bad
the
as the first time.
Like, what the frick, dude?
Bruh.
What the heck?
What the heckin', man?
What the heck with the E censored? What the heck?
What the flip? What the flip, dog?
What the frickety frack?
What is up, Kyle?
What the frick is up,
Kyle.
Kyle? Like, what is up, dude?
Step the frick up, Kyle.
See, now she censors herself. She's learning.
Shut up.
What about you, Kristen? Do you have any sports stories?
I suck at sports.
Well,
That's not a
obviously,
story.
So do I, but
That's
you don't.
not a story. That's a statement.
Well, yeah. I don't know if I mean, other than the dodgeball, I remember in, like, elementary school, Mr. Brown would always try to get me to be athletic. And I'm not athletic. And Bill Brown would always just kind of be like...
Bill Brown.
just be like-
Frickin' Bill.
Wait, remember our old dodgeball team?
Our old the procrastinators. I still
Yeah.
have my shirt
I
where I
do too.
spelled your name
Yeah,
wrong
you
and
did.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Good
I
job,
didn't.
Evan.
No. Here's the thing.
No,
the
no,
dude,
no, no.
when I had the dude like
Yours
look
is-
at the paper with all the
Yeah.
names, Anna's name was spelled correctly, but he thought the H was an N.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
So instead of R-O-H,
It was R-O-N-R-E-R.
Ronnerer.
And then,
And Catherine Bardzalowski. Come on.
How do you do? How did I have it?
I don't even remember. But I mean, unless you knew her, you wouldn't have known that her
Yeah.
last name was super spelled.
Anyway.
Unless you knew mine, which had
I
like...
did know yours.
You did know mine. But
You
your
still
handwriting
managed
just
to
sucked.
screw
No,
up,
it was a
though.
clear H. The dude's just an idiot who thought it was an N.
Are you sure it's not you who's the idiot?
I mean, I am, but that's not the point.
I'm so happy that you just admitted that.
And it's on
Not the
it's
point.
on record.
Not
been
that's not the
recorded.
point.
Exactly.
That's
That
not
is
the point I was
exactly the
trying to
point.
make. Not the point.
Exactly the point.
I spelled it right. Screw
Yeah.
you.
I remember we had Josiah Black on our team, and he had his leg?
Yeah, he
I mean,
broke his leg.
couldn't
He was
play.
wheelchair bound.
Yeah,
My leg!
Yeah, he was wheelchair bound.
We should have had him play. We should have had him play anyway.
No one hit the disabled kid.
You can't hit the disabled kid.
Uh,
Just give him a shield. Or use him as a
was
shield.
just
wheel
wheel
him out
behind
in
him.
front of. Wheel him out in front of you. Just hide
yeah,
behind
so we
him.
ended up giving another kid. I don't even remember.
Hunter.
Hunter. We gave another kid.
Hunter Riddle. We gave him the shot.
We gave him Josiah's shirt.
It was you, me, Catherine, Braden Jones, and who was supposed to be
Hunter-
Josiah was Hunter.
Yeah, and there was your sister, also coincidentally named Anna.
Yep.
And wasn't there her friend too? Wasn't her friend on the team?
I don't know.
I don't remember either. I think there was. I have a picture.
But we
and like
sucked.
everyone had such baby faces.
We sucked.
Yeah, we only made it one round and then we got obliterated, and we're like, that's fine.
But hey, we made it past first round.
They were freshmen.
First round though.
First round.
When it go in the history books, procrastinators made it past round 1.
Procrastinators. Our shirt was the best shirt.
The
Ever.
procrast.
Never mind, I'll do it later.
That
That was our shirt.
That was the shirt
clever.
that me and my sister Anna came up with.
I
Did
remember.
you just call Anna your sister?
No, I
has
have
a si-
another
he has a
sister
sister.
named Anna.
We'll call her Anna too.
Anna too. Okay, yeah.
Anna version 2.
Yeah, we need
2.0.
that clarification there.
Clarification.
I was first, therefore I get first title of number
therefore
1.
you get V1.
I am 1.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Sports.
Sports.
Sport ball.
Sports. Okay, I did sports.
Stream
I did a lot of
sports.
sports.
Sport ball.
I did.
Evan,
a lot
that's
of
a statement. That's not a story.
Ooh.
No, your statement was you sucked at sports, which you do, but you know.
Yeah.
We all saw you try and pick up stuff at the your eye hand coordination is.
When was what?
We were at base camp and we had to
Oh,
do
yeah.
we had to throw it at the same
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Oh my God, Kristen, I hated you for that. Like she had to throw it to me, and she'd always yeet it past me.
Or like someone would throw it and then like you completely miss.
Like she didn't. Like you
Like, it
wouldn't
would
even
be
get your hand on it, and it was thrown right to
Yeah,
you.
it was coming straight for you and you'd reach like to the right and you're like, oh, and fumble.
I remember base camp. Anna cried.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I remember
Had
that.
to be
Yeah,
I
I
was.
paraded around.
I didn't actually think she would cry.
I didn't either, but lo and behold, you did.
I did. Because I don't like okay.
Anna doesn't like trusting other people.
I
Yeah.
don't. I don't.
She also.
And if my life is put in the hands of you and Kristen, which,
Hey.
no offense, 2 people itself is bad, but knowing you guys is bad
Hey.
all on its own.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
let me finish. Knowing you guys
I'ma
and
let you
having
finish.
to tilt back and forth between you two.
You
was
basically were
completely
being
ter-
shoved in between the two of us.
Look, man, I don't like people touching me in general, let alone don't touch me. Let the record show Evan touched me for that.
Put her on the shoulder. I put my hand on her shoulder.
Let alone, yeah, I wasn't fond of that. I wasn't.
Oh, but when it comes to let's carry Evan. Everything's a-okay.
Well, yeah, because you don't have that problem.
You don't know that.
I was surprised that you were willing to have everyone like lift you up.
I
That's more
didn't
people.
want.
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
You decide what.
But I guess my
you
mind just
wouldn't
went
let
safety.
Kristen and I
Safety-
lightly push you back and forth between us. But
Safety-
yet you would let everyone carry you over their heads.
I didn't want to.
Well, you
You coulda-
did,
You could have said nah. I remember that dude was like, "You don't have to."
and you did
Look,
anyway.
Stop. You
Safety
can't.
and numbers.
They
All
all
right,
could have just
two-
been like, you know what, we
Look.
don't like you, and just dropped you.
I mean,
You know what? And I would have been fine with that.
what? What? What?
What?
I don't see the logic.
Look, I don't see it either, and it's my mind. All right, it's just don't
Fair
think too hard into it. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that there was more people, therefore more people could catch me than just 2 people. I don't know.
The world. may
But
never
yeah,
know.
I cried, and I'm not afraid to say it. So suck on that. I'm out here breaking boundaries.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
You crying is not breaking a boundary, Anna.
Admitting
That's not
my
breaking.
fears.
A lot of people do that. You're not
Yeah.
breaking any boundaries.
breaking boundaries for me. Just let me have this.
No.
Just shut up
No.
and let me have this.
No.
Okay.
That's not allowed.
Well, I'm gonna
Absolutely
take it as a win, and y'all can't stop me.
We actually can. We can actually cut all that entire part out of the podcast.
Who's gonna be editing this, huh?
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Shoot!
Uh-huh.
The one person we have edit pretty much everything. Anna Rohr.
Hey,
That's my job.
I've edited things before. Evan, the one time you were given the responsibility of editing something, it
I
turned out
did.
terrible.
Well, maybe because the only thing I had to work with were a bunch of
You used the exact same flex tape pictures like 4 times. You
'Cause I
couldn't-
couldn't-
You couldn't
you
even
don't
find
know-
different pictures.
Because there weren't any that would actually fit, except that one.
Yeah, sure.
Except that one.
Uh huh.
And plus, the Phil Swift footage wasn't going to work out. So we had to cut that.
You know what? I feel like the Phil Swift thing could have worked if you
wouldn't
tried
have.
harder.
With me editing, it was never going to work.
Yeah, but that's Evan. You know he's not going to put in as much effort
I'm
if
not
he
gonna
doesn't
do
have
that.
to.
Yeah, I didn't have to do it.
I
So
mean,
I didn't.
Yeah, you kind of needed to.
No, I really didn't.
It's fine. It's over. We got our grades.
And
We're
we
not
passed.
failing.
You're frickin' welcome.
Uh-huh.
How are we doing?
Here's Anna.
We're
looking at
we're
the
hitting
time.
the 25
already?
mark. Yep.
Whack.
Whack.
This su-
Crack
this-
is whack.
Crack is whack. Don't do drugs, kids.
Nope.
PSA.
Why not?
Because your mom will cry.
What if my mom is dead?
She's not.
I'm not saying she is. I'm saying, you know,
Then your dad.
metaphorically speaking.
Then your dad.
She got all
What if
mad.
your dad does drugs?
Then you shouldn't be living with him.
Right.
What if you do drugs with him and your drug buddies?
This is getting personal. I don't want to be here anymore.
Why is it personal, Anna?
It's too much.
Open up. Welcome to therapy.
Look, man, I already opened up. I don't need any more.
Do it again.
I'm good. I'm all set. Anyway, crack is whack. Don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. Please don't. What does that supposed to mean?
She thinks you do drugs.
I don't.
Drug test right now.
Do you have one?
Pee in a cup.
Go pee. Okay.
All right.
All right.
What?
Oh,
Just look at that.
What?
the waveform
The wave.
is
Yeah.
just
Wav.
off. Off.
Wav.
Off. The wave.
Wav.
The wav.
The Wav. Welcome to the Wav.
Maybe that's what we should change our podcast. The WAV.
No.
Wav.
No, we're shameless plug. We
Always
always
and
for
forever.
always and forever, shamelessly plugging whatever we want.
Someone
Yes.
put in. I'm not gonna do it. That's too much work. I was gonna say do the Napoleon Dynamite. Always and forever, but that costs.
And forever.
Costs way. It's too much work.
Too much money.
It costs too much money. I'm not paying for it, but it's too much money.
Stop.
Welcome to the ASMR podcast.
ASMR. Today I'm going to give in to my crippling alcohol addiction.
Evan, no.
Evan, yes.
This has gone too dark.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't gone dark enough. It hasn't gone dark enough. I'm going in deeper.
Anyway. Well, we're hitting the end. We still have time. How much time do we have, Kristen?
Well, you see, we're at the 27-minute mark and 30-something seconds.
Wow.
This is not a very good episode of the podcast.
It's mainly just sports and therapy talk.
Yeah.
And jumping in between various topics. One of these we
I mean, it
need
was
to
supposed to
actually
be
stick
current
to one
events,
topic.
but this is what we came up with.
Yeah. We did start with current events, then we
We
veered
did.
off in like the first 3 minutes.
I mean,
We suck at this.
Well,
I mean-
when you haven't done this, December,
Yeah.
so
But I mean, sometimes it's better. It's just something that you can listen to and not really pay attention.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is more of like a background noise kind of podcast.
no one ever pays attention.
This
to
episode,
me.
anyway. The other episodes, what?
As you get talked over.
You interrupted me. I was in the middle of speaking, and you just decided to interrupt me. So go ahead, Kristen. Go ahead.
Nah.
Go ahead. No, say
No, I don't
no.
even want to
No,
anymore.
say it.
No.
Say it
No.
now.
Oh, God.
No.
This has been the Shameless Plug podcast.
Say it right now.
If you'd like
Your
to
mom.
hear more,
He's gay.
No.
Yes.
please subscribe.
Like the video.
Yeah. Commenting on it. Do all that stuff. Shut up, Evan.
Well,
Oh my
I'm sorry.
God.
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
not. You're not sorry.
I'm very sorry.